Welcome back to Scott Sweeney Sports City, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back after a few months off. It's time to start my record predictions for football season this year. We're only 4 weeks away from college football and 5 weeks away from the NFL season starting. So with that being said, let's get into my predictions. First, we'll start with UCF and the Bucks today. First, let's start with UCF coming off a very good season last year under first-year head coach Gus Malzahn with a huge win against Florida in the bowl game. Let's get into the first game of the season. South Carolina State, no problems here. I think that's an easy win. For me, I think I want to see both quarterbacks play that game to see which one of them looks better. So I would start both quarterbacks and then see which one looks better for week two. Week two, we played Louisville. Kind of a redemption game for UCF after blowing their chance of winning last year. I think Gus Malzahn learned his lesson from last year. Trust your kicker. And I think UCF wins this game, so I think UCF finds a way to win this game close over Louisville. Next up, FAU, a virtual home game for UCF, taking on FAU in Boca. I'm going to take UCF on the road. I think UCF looks very good coming into the season. I'm going to take UCF on the road to get it done against FAU. Next up, at home against Georgia Tech. Should be a good game here. I'm going to take UCF at home as well. I think UCF's going to find a way to win this game. Georgia Tech's a decent team in the ACC, but I think we're a little bit better than Georgia Tech is. Next up, at home against SMU, I said we were going to lose about 2 games this year, and unfortunately, I think this is one of them. I think that SMU offense is going to be too much to worry about this year with SMU, so I'm going to take the Mustangs on the road over Temple, over UCF. I think that offense in Tanner Mordecai is going to be too much to handle for UCF's defense. That needs to show me that they've improved over last season. So I'm going to take SMU over UCF. Next up, the space game, taking on Temple. I'm going to take UCF at home. I think Gus Malzahn gets the team ready this week after a close loss against SMU at home. I think Gus Malzahn gets the team ready to go this week in the space game, so I'm going to take UCF at home over Temple. Next up, East Carolina. I'm going to take UCF on the road. I think East Carolina's definitely improved. They had a pretty good season last year, gave UCF a run for their money at home last year. I'm going to take UCF at home on the road against East Carolina. Next up, at home against Cincinnati. Homecoming weekend. This is basically a coin flip, but I'm going to take UCF at home. I think Cincinnati lost a lot of really good players from last season and the last 3 seasons that they've beaten us. So I'm going to take UCF to find a way to win this game at home over Cincinnati. Next up, on the road at Memphis. Big game here. We always have trouble finding ways to win at Memphis. Last time we lost I believe we lost on a missed field goal 2 years ago at Memphis. But I'm going to take UCF to get their win streak back on track this year at Memphis. I think we find a way to win this football game at Memphis, at the Liberty Bowl. Don't know what time that game's going to be on November 5th. Next up, on the road at Tulane in New Orleans. Give me UCF. I think UCF's a better team than Tulane is. If we start the right quarterback this year, which in my opinion would be John Rice Plumlee, I think UCF's going to have a very good season and get a win here on the road at Tulane. Next up, at home against Navy, November 19th. I believe I'll be at State Games this weekend. This is another redemption game. UCF embarrassed themselves last year by losing to Navy in Annapolis last year. I don't think that happens this year. I'm going to take UCF to get a win at home over Navy. And the final game of the season, I believe this will be either Friday or Saturday. They haven't decided yet. But it is the war on I-4 for the final time in the American. I'm going to take UCF to win this football game very easily. I think USF is not a very good team this year. I think UCF finds a way to win this game. I'm actually going to change one of my game predictions. I think we'll lose to Louisville. So there's loss number 2 on the season. I think we'll go. I think we're going to go with 2 losses this year, and I think we'll make the conference championship game. And I don't know how we'll do against Houston, but we'll see how that goes if we make it to that point in the season. Now into the Bucs regular season schedule. Again, we'll see how that offensive line looks this year. A lot of injuries, a lot of new faces on that interior of the offensive line. So we'll see how everybody looks next Saturday as we take on the Dolphins in preseason. But let's get into the regular season. First game, Sunday Night Football, September 11th in Jerry's World at Dallas. The Bucs have not won a game in Dallas